Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is fishing vlog number 225. And I've decided to do a hard reset on all of my aquariums. It's going to take some time to do this, but, well, as I said in so many videos now that it's getting kind of silly to repeat it again, but I've been very busy, so things have gotten a little out of control. As you can see, there are tons of plants in here. Well, there's no fish in here at the moment. I took the fish out a little while ago, and then I went through this process of deciding what I was going to do with everything. And I really do need to cut back. I mean, there's just too many plants. I mean, it gets to the point where the fish have nowhere to swim, and the filtration just doesn't work quite as well. So I'm going through them all. I've done half of this rack almost, and I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish this rack, and then I'm going to move on to the other two racks, and then finally the one that doesn't really need to be done is, well, the rack with the 7-foot tanks in it. I may not do that one. We'll see. Haven't done anything with those two tanks in quite some time. They're just storage tanks for Africans and currently a whole pile of convex cichlids. And, well, I think I might go back to doing other things with them, so we'll see about that. The other thing, of course, is the pond, and it doesn't really need any. It's going to need a big prune because, again, it's having, overgrown plant issues. But the nice thing about that large sump, and of course the sump on the 7-foot tanks, is they don't really need ever to be completely redone. That said, of course, I do have lots of other tanks that do. And also, I want to get into building some more filters. I've started doing that with that video for that big client tank, and I think I want to continue that because, well, that's one of the things I used to do an awful lot of, and there's some stuff I want to try out and things I want to change. And as you can see, there's a ton of Java moss in here. The stuff just never stops growing. I mean, it's a good thing, except when it gets to this point where, of course, there's literally no room for anything, no water circulation. Mulm tends to gather underneath of it. And yeah, with some dead spots, and yeah, it's not good for the fish. So this needs to be cut back a lot, and as you can tell, there's like 10-15 pounds of Java moss here. Well, of course, most of it's water, but anyway, I'm gonna put this in the pond for the moment because it can take it. And then what I'm gonna do is divide it up. I'm gonna keep, obviously, I mean, I like Java moss. It's a great plant, and it's good for breeding fish and all kinds of stuff. And as you can see, I mean, that's a lot of Java moss. So it's all healthy. I will, like I said, put it in the pond for the moment, and then some will go back in here. But I have some dwarf chainsaw that I want to put in here, and I do have a bit of sand left, so I'm going to probably do that. And, well, yeah, I just want to start using my tanks a little bit more for fish, a little bit less for plants. I know plants are very good for a lot of things, but not to this point. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit because otherwise it's going to take forever. Well, technically, start to finish, it was 15 minutes. And the reason why I haven't done all the tanks, which, you sort of think, well, just, take a day off and clean them all, the fish have to go somewhere. I mean, I have put an awful lot of them out into clients' tanks, but there's still obviously a lot of fish here. So I am going to clean 2, maybe 3 at a time, let them equilibrate, as this one will, and then I'll put fish in here, move them out of other aquariums, and then rinse and repeat. Get them gradually all done. 30 some odd aquariums, as long as I don't get too busy during the week, I can probably get this done in a month or two, and then I'll do another full fish room to show you what's going on in here. So this is one of my older models for box filters, and it's going to get replaced. I'm going to put it back in, obviously, for the moment. It is fine. It does its job. I haven't really had any issues with it, but the newer models are much more efficient. So I'm going to probably move over to that, but then again, it might not because there seem to be an awful lot of interest in the above aquarium filtration systems. I haven't built one of those in a little while, so I think I might do that. Sorry about the flickering back and forth, but this is at 2 times speed, so it seems to be a lot more noticeable. So this is just a sump pump that I use, and I will drain it down. And then the most important equipment I find for, well, fish rooms in general, believe it or not, is my shop vac. I have a 5-gallon shop vac. I've had it now forever. And I use it a lot for clients because it'll take gravel out of anything out of an aquarium at all. And it is very quick and efficient. You're going to see it here in a few moments. And yeah, it's really cleans it down. And well, like I said, this tank wasn't exactly what I would call dirty because I haven't cleaned any of the glass except, well, at the end I'm going to clean the front glass because, well, that's how I do my videos and you have to be able to see what's going on in there. But it's relatively clean, which is nice. And like I said, it was just so overgrown. So one of the things I want to ask before this gets too far into this here, or actually until the video ends, leave a comment if you're interested in seeing more above aquarium filtration, or if there's another style of filtration you'd like to see, because this tank, the one to its left, these are the next two I'm going to be stripping down and resetting, and then once they're back up and running, I'm going to probably get to making some filters for them. Most of the filtration system you're going to see is probably going to be for my clients at the moment, but I do want to do these as well. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think about what style of filtration. I'm not going to do any, well, certain types of like fluidized bed filters. I've done the gambit on those, but there are a great many other styles, and it could be something that I have missed, but just let me know, or something that you would like to see again. This is at 4 times speed. This is getting close to the end of the video now. Just going to fill it up with, this is just tap water, and I'm going to put that filter back in, of course, and let it percolate for a couple of days, and then I'm going to dump in my usual routine, which is I'm going to start off with snails and shrimp and let them get in there for a little while, feed the tank a small amount, it doesn't take much to keep them going, and then I'll put some plants in, and once it's all nice and settled and percolated for, well, probably going to be close to a week by the time I get around to it, but it doesn't need to be a week, it could be like 3 or 4 days, I will put fish in here because I need to move them out of the other aquarium so I can get this all set up. So there you go. This has not been cleaned in, oh, actually I don't even remember, in years. And the tanks stay really quite clean with these this filtration style and that amount of plants. Like I said, it's just my reasoning for doing all this is so I can actually see more fish and grow more fish instead of just a ton of plants. But I will also be growing plants, of course, because, well, they're necessary. So there you go. I'm going to pop this filter back in, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching. There's going to be a lot more updates on that 10-foot plus aquarium refit. I have a lot more going on about it, but this is a long weekend, so I won't be doing a whole lot on that this week, but next week I should have some more updates for you. So there you go. Just going to hook up the air to this again, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Like I said, leave lots of comments. Let me know what you think about any of the ideas, and of course what I'm doing here. So I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.